Now, you mentioned before, as part of your strategic role, you're looking at banking and what that's going to be doing in the next 10 years. And you are particularly keen on the role and the changing role that technology is playing. So with that strategic hat on, how do you think people are going to pay for things in the future?
Economists and others are increasingly talking about a sort of cashless society. I mean, I don't know what people in this room feel, but in recent years, I've increasingly stopped using cash and use a card for just about everything I pay for these days. So that's, at its very basic level, I think that's changing. Equally, as we buy more online, you don't often even use a card, you use some other form of payment, either it's PayPal or something else. So, I mean, I think we're going to see quite big changes in the way people pay for things going forward. I mean, there is even a possibility that at some point in the future, we all adopt blockchain, which is the technology that Bitcoin uses as an alternative way of paying for things, where you don't make transactions in the same way you would today with a card or with cash, but it's just a kind of electronic movement of this distributed ledger and blockchain. Sort of electronically, I make a payment to you. All that happens is your account shows an increase in your part of the ledger, and mine shows a decrease, and no money's changed hands, no card has changed hands or anything. So I think it could be quite a different world.
Well, the whole blockchain thing is tricky to get your head around. Yeah. But in terms of the future and when you think that might all be, all that comes with security, cybersecurity risks, and those sort of issues.
When you look forward over the next 5 years, technology companies like Cisco say that in 5 years' time we'll be using 7 times as much mobile data as we are today. And you imagine how different that will feel, what you might be using your mobile phone for. I mean, I've often thought, why on earth would you ever need to pay for anything in a supermarket? Why isn't that you just as you walk into the supermarket, you pick up a trolley on the way in, something registers that Juliet has just walked into the supermarket. You put everything you want in the trolley, you wheel back out through the door without going through a cashier or anything, and put it in the back of your car. And as you walk out through the door, something just says, okay, this is what she's got in her basket, and that's just deducted.
Gosh, that sounds like a very dangerous game, though. It is. So ever to keep track of anything.
That's been possible for some time.